Good afternoon, Quasar Markets Live. I've got her, Kim and Curtin. Kim, how are you?
I'm doing great, Stephen. How are you?
Well, if I turn the television on anymore, I think I'd be nuts. I mean, let's be honest. I between the black guy with Elon Musk and the fight with Trump, what's still going on in Ukraine, China and Taiwan, China and London. How do I, as a trader, steal my mind and get ready for the trading day and kind of push all that nonsense out, but yet understand how to trade the markets?
Such a great question. I think the key is to remember that we as human beings weren't really built to take in this much information as often as we all are having to. So to just perhaps be as much as you possibly can on a low information diet. That's what Tim Ferriss has identified for himself. He began to shrink what he was exposed to. And I know the traders will say to me, but Kim, I have to know what's happening in the markets. I have to know what the global powers that be are doing. Yes,
Yeah.
and to only a certain extent. Your ability to digest that data and weave it into being strategic about it is still necessary. So if you're always being pinged, if you're always being exposed to things, you won't have time to fully digest it and then make strategic moves. So be very careful with what it is that you get exposed to and give yourself a cutoff. Maybe that's when you end the trading day. Now take a break from it all.
Yeah. And how do you take a break from it? I mean, like in the mornings, I get up, I'm excited, I get a shower, I turn Jimmy Buffett on for me. Um, I mean, how do you? Is there a regiment? Do you tell people to look? Your day needs to say the same every day. Get up, do this, or is there something that gets you pumped up in the morning? Some song or what? How do you do that?
Yeah, I think everybody's going to be different. I tried to give people a template, but we have to realize that templates sometimes get interrupted by kids being sick, by our elder parents having to get to a doctor's appointment to a flat tire. So, yes, come up with a protocol that enriches you, but don't beat yourself up if you can't stick to it 100%. Be better to just have something that you get most of the time than for being perfect all the time, because it's not possible. I happen to use music myself, Stephen, except Bill Withers is my favorite in the morning.
Yeah.
Lovely Day. I love that
Lovely
because it puts me in a good mood while I'm showering and getting ready. Some people like the quiet of the morning. Some people like to exercise in the morning. We each have to find what works for us. On the days when you had off, when the days or that you don't have to do anything, what is your favorite thing to do? Some people might say stay in bed an extra half hour and get some sleep. That could be what you need. I have a trader check-in, which I'll be happy to share with everybody here. And it gives you a guideline before you sit at your trading desk. Get clear on what's happening for you. Are you coming in angry from an argument with your wife? Well, you probably want to get yourself back to center before you bring that frustration into your trading. So just be aware of yourself. What is it that you need today? Encouragement, inspiration, or maybe just quiet so that you can think.
Yeah, and I'm posting it right now inside the chat here and on YouTube as well, how to buy your book. And of course, you have a podcast, right, that you do,
I
and you've
do.
got it out there. Tell us about your podcast.
So the Wall Street Coach podcast, which is on YouTube and iTunes and all the places you listen to podcasts, has a special focus on bringing on other traders or leaders who are inspiring around mental performance, around how to kind of pick yourself back up when everything has gone pear-shaped and stay in the trade, stay in trading, stay in the market, stay in the mindset of glass half full. I think
Right.
it's incredibly difficult to be a trader, especially today. And I think having other people who have been through it for decades help inspire and encourage that you're not the only one who's dealing with this challenge or that challenge. So that's what the focus is on.
And it's interesting. I think, do you feel that, I live in Florida now, and you live in the great state of Hawaii, yeah. Do you feel that where you live and how you live affects that trading mindset than it does like going to Cat's Deli and in the middle of the afternoon because you're working on Wall Street? And whereas I'll be up there next week, this week, going to Harry's, right, for a three-finger lunch.
Yep.
Talk to me a little bit about how you've changed that mindset a little bit as to based on where you live.
Yeah, it's such an important point, and I don't know if we prioritize it as much as we should. I am a Brooklyn-born New Yorker. I never thought I'd live anywhere else.
Yankees or Mets, Kim? Come on, which one?
Wait, what? Oh, Mets, totally Mets.
Oh.
1,000% Mets, 1,000% Mets. I'm still traumatized over the loss they had like 30 years ago. I'm sorry.
Excellent.
We can't be friends anymore. I'm so sorry.
You're good. You're good. I love it. I love it. I'm a Yankees fan too. I'm a Cardinals fan, but Yankees when I'm in New York. All right. So back to being in Hawaii. I mean, look, that's easy.
I was paddling at 5 p.m. in the morning in the pitch black here in Hawaii. Came here to write my book, and even though I was still working, I had never been an exercise in the morning kind of gal, but I loved being on that ocean. I loved paddling. But what I saw was that I had a whole nother kind of sense of fresh start to my day once that started to happen. I went back to New York and I was like, I don't have that kind of get up and go now. So paying attention, there are a lot of traders who are probably listening to us who, yeah, that's easy for you to say, or I wish I had the money to do this. Look, even if you can't be exactly where you want to be, there's ways you can create these pockets of spaces that enrich you. Some people it's libraries, some people it's bookstores, some people it's going to be a beautiful place where the weather is warmer. But pay attention to what turns you on. Pay attention to what fills your cup up, because the more your cup is filled emotionally, it is going to impact how you are able to stay neutral when the market's coming at you.
Yeah, and I'm going to show everybody here now and present. I'm going to share my screen. How to get a hold of you. You have an awesome website. It's called the wallstreetcoach.com. There you are. And they're Transforming Wall Street, your book as well. You have a toll-free phone number to get a hold of you, and you can get to know Kim yourself. And of course, you've got put your name in there and email, and you'll become a better trader almost immediately, right? You're giving away a free 5 practices ebook. And of course, one of the cool things about you is you literally have the pedigree that I always say that we need to have when we as a teacher and as an educator. And you're going to be educating right here at Quasar Markets pretty soon, I understand.
That's right. I will be.
Look at all these companies: P&G, Merck, Morgan Stanley, Blackstone. I mean, Credit Suisse, Genentech. I love all this. This is what I mean by when I talk about there's Brian Shannon, my friend, right? And do you have a real background on Wall Street already? You've did that world, and I think people need to sign up and get a hold of you and talk to them and tell them, hey, look, being a trader is not just about buying and selling and how do I make a trade. You learn that, or how do I understand the trade? You learn that, but what can't always be learned, what can be inferred, is how you do it and how you set that mindset every day. And I appreciate that. Kim, is there anything you want to leave our people with?
Just take care of yourself. As a trader, you have to get nourished. You have to get oxygen in your tank for you to be able to do what you do every day. So become a better steward of what nourishes you, and you will be able to be much more consistent and much more profitable.
Kim and Curtin, the wallstreetcoach.com. Listen, everybody, thank you so much. Kim, thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you right back here next week.
Sounds great. Thank you.